What's going on YouTube, man? So sometimes I really do get kind of skeptical of giving people information as far as either my personal statement or my letters of recommendations or my CO's endorsements that I've written or even just the drafts. The reason being is because I want to be very careful about just giving people the information. Let's get into the video and I'm going to tell you why. So giving somebody information, you got pros and you got cons to that. It's not all bad. Now, somebody helped me tremendously through my process, but keep in mind, I felt like, man, it's about time somebody helped me because I was going through left and right trying to get help from people and they couldn't help me. So I actually found somebody that was willing to help me and I really did appreciate that. But it was like, I felt like I put the work in order to receive that help. So I was grateful when I got it. And when I got the help, it was just literally that little push that I needed to get to where I needed to go. So that's a pro, right? The pro would be like, when you need the help, man, the help came. Now, the con to it is kind of like, I feel like people get kind of lazy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could make them lazy. I want people to really be hungry for the position that they're trying to go for. The only reason why I say that is because they're facing people who's really hungry for that position. It's kind of like you put down what I tell you to put down, or you try to make your paperwork look exactly like my paperwork, which is nothing wrong with that because you seen the process that works. You contact me, you were like, man, what were you thinking about when you wrote this? Why did you write this? Why did you word it this way? It's for a reason. Everything is for a reason. So if you're looking at this video and you have questions about anything that I already showed you, shoot me individual questions so that I could go ahead and in detail tell you why I put. And the reason because even in these interviews, people will be reading your stuff. They read your materials and then they ask like little questions like, what do you mean by you're professional or you show integrity? You have to come up with examples on how you showed that. So all in all, the paperwork is just like a little piece of who you really are. So the paperwork will have your endorsements, it'll have those appraisers. So like, okay, if your personal statement was perfect and then your appraisers say that, well, I don't really like his military bearing, or I don't really like the way she said this, or whatever the case may be, like they might judge you based off your interviews. Now, me personally, if I ever got a bad interview, I hope somebody would tell me so I could throw it out. But sometimes you don't even get that. Sometimes you don't even see your interviews, or maybe your mentor isn't like too Stay 21 savvy, or they not really in your best interest, because you really don't know who's in your best interest or not, especially when you're working with them. Like, you got to work with them to know, hey, that wasn't a good person, or like you get that vibe. But all in all, man, like if you really want to, you know what I'm saying, do well, I will give you as much help as possible. But man, please ask those questions because I don't want to handicap you on just giving you the answers. It's reasons why I did what I did when I did them. And that goes for my volunteer hours. That goes for the different certificates I got in place, to getting the NAMs. I got like 7 NAMs. You know what I'm saying? Like just having those different accolades helped my case and explain why I reached those accolades. Like a lot of the stuff that I wrote in my personal statements, in my letter of recommendations, even to my education, it's reasons why. So make sure you ask as many questions as possible so that when you look at these videos, or you look at my paperwork, or you look at the examples that I give you, it's going to be very accurate so that you'll be able to explain it to somebody else. Because that's the best thing about it, man. You got to get interviewed. That package is just one piece. You got to get interviewed by like an odd number of people. Literally, you have to show your hunger for this program. Hopefully that made sense, man. Hopefully I get some insight to it. But I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.